Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing another quickie on what I'd consider to be an oddball of a figure from the Beast Wars line. We're taking a look at the Transmetals 2 Optimus Minor, and for a heads up, like I do with figures that I'm missing things to, I'm missing his only accessory, which is his tail or whip, which since he's in monkey mode right now, that would have been his tail. Yeah, other than that, he's complete as can be, minus tail. And I will say, he's a bit of an oddball from what I've been seeing, because, like, almost everyone doesn't like this guy, but I think he's pretty neat. You know, everyone's saying he's ugly, his articulation isn't that great. You know, he disgraced the name of Optimus, which I don't understand. You know, story-wise, it backs him up. You know, on the back of his card, it stated that he's pretty much a botched clone of Optimus Primal that Megatron tried making, so that explains the smaller shape and more immature way he is, because another description of him is that he pretty much jokes around all the time, even in dire situations. Yeah, now to actually take a look at this guy, you know, I like him. I like how he looks in both modes. He's a bit of a funky guy, you know. Very strange. But yeah. I like the metal flake in the black and red, and his chrome gold, and even the regular gold. Like, articulation wise, in monkey mode, his arms move that far up and that far down. You can only really bring them that far forward and that far back. It's a bit weird because the chest kind of limits it and the way of the sculpt. He's got a ball at the arm, so he can swivel, bend. He gets, I'd say, barely past a 90. Then he's got a ball at the hand for now, so it moves that far down, that far up. It swivels. He's got nothing at the waist, but he can move his leg that far forward, that far back. Kind of has a double knee, so he can kick his own back, skip the butt entirely, and then he's just got a hinge for feet. Now, before we get on with the transformation, I will show this off now before I forget, but he's got his spark crystal showing off that he's a maximal, which I think is kind of neat. I kind of wish I had more figures that were like that. But anyway, to get into the transformation, I'm going to start off by straightening out his legs, moving the head down, moving the chest about halfway, straightening these legs out, and turning them into legs. Folding these out to where they're arms, flattening them out, bringing the chest back forward, and before I put the head on, we will split the monkey head. Just get that out of the way. Make sure the chest is as high as can be, and kind of clip it in. So yeah, here he is in robot mode. He's pretty much like, I'd say, punch or counter punch without the vehicle mode, because he pretty much goes from one mode to another that looks very similar, which are a lot of people's complaints, but I don't have a problem with it. In my personal opinion, it changes it up enough, and he's kind of got that angry face, and like, you know, whatever bio he's got, because for some reason he's got quite a few bios, it says that he's quick to anger because of the Transmetal 2 transformation, and he's got that, like, crazy, wild, angry, feral kind of look to his face, and that's in both modes. I forgot to mention that for monkey mode. But yeah, now he's got a different chest. You know, he kind of looks like he's got a, I'd want to say a comma similar to the Clone Wars or clone trooper figures, but really just looks like he's got thigh armor and little shoulder armor. And yeah, overall, I just think he's really cool looking for something that everyone seems to hate. And now, instead of the spark crystal being on this side of his body, it's now on this side. So it pretty much goes from left to right, or I guess from right to left if you're looking at it from the right way, or from his back, which would be the same way you're going. But yeah, so his articulation is kind of the same, a tad bit different. You know, now he's got splitting monkey arms, which you can either use as kind of like General Grievous forearms things, but a lot of people just say it's to show that he's so fast that it looks like he's got forearms. But I kind of like the idea of, because he's a Transmetal 2 and he's a botched clone, he's kind of mutated a bit, so he's got the ability to split arms like a monster, because that's pretty much how I imagine him. He's because he wasn't in the show, I don't know about any of his comics, so I kind of see him as this kind of hated monster, which I like a lot. But yeah, articulation, now he's got a swivel at the head. He can't really get it all the way around because the monkey parts. His arms are pretty much the same as monkey mode, going out and down. He's got a little bit of kind of that monkey bowing. You can swivel here. He's got that same hinge that you can still split up, and he's got the split there. Then at the legs, you can move that far forward, that far back. A little bit of a split. You can bow his legs inward. Then he's got 90 at the knee, a swivel at the knee. Can move his foot back and swivel his foot. And if he were to have his weapon, he'd plug it in there. But yeah, overall, my final thoughts on this guy, my controversial thoughts for some reason. I like him, he's cool. He's a neat little fella, and I'd say if you want him, go ahead and try and pick him up off of eBay or wherever you can find him. He's not that expensive because for some reason nobody likes him, but there is a rare blue variant where instead of black, he's blue. That is pretty expensive because he's a rare variant. But yeah, overall, I like him. I hope you do too. And if you liked the video, please leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. If you want to say something, leave it in the comments. And please like and subscribe.